local hero lives in the town of Oviedo. He is a teacher now, but was once in the Army. He is Mr. George McManus, a math and ROTC teacher here at Lawton Childs Middle School. He has been teaching here for 4 years. Mr. McManus joined the Army when he graduated from college on a 2-year ROTC scholarship in 1994. He was 23 at the time. The only time he was deployed was to Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. He was there on force protection.
In Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, there were troops that were remaining behind in Saudi Arabia after the first Gulf War. And they were living in the local economy. They were living in an apartment complex called Khobar Towers. And those towers were bombed.
The Khobar Towers were bombed, which held foreign military personnel. On June 25, 1996, a sewage truck packed with explosives exploded. 19 U.S. servicemen were killed, along with hundreds of others.
So my unit was sent over there because those soldiers that were remaining there had to be put in a secure location. So they moved them on to a Saudi Arabian Army airfield, and my unit went over there and we built actual force protection things. So we had some trailers brought in, and we put up a serpentine entryway, and what we did was we had towers built where we put M60s and M249 saws. Anybody that entered or exited this area was searched by dogs and by soldiers, and we essentially protected the force. So when they'd go to work wherever they worked at, and then they'd come back home and they'd live on this spot in the desert, basically. It was called Eagle Town at the time. And so we were essentially there to protect that force.
After being decommissioned from the Army on April 1st, 1999, he started to look for a new job. What he found was a career in construction.
I thought it was somewhere where I would fit in. Some of the skills that I learned in college could be carried over into the construction industry.
After his run with construction, he decided to move on to teaching.
But I didn't really feel satisfied. I like to learn stuff, and I'd always heard that education was a field of lifelong learning, where you can come in and you constantly learn new things about teaching, about math as a math teacher.
Then, after just a few years of teaching math, there was an opening for the JROTC teacher, and he took it.
What I teach in ROTC is basic military information. We start out with learning our cadet creed, obviously, so we have to learn our cadet creed. We learn how to fold the flag. We learn about the history of JROTC and of ROTC. We also learn all the basic marching movements, and then we also do physical training. So we do a lot of what's called PT, so we do running and push-ups and sit-ups and those kind of events.
He changed the program for the best and is now the math teacher and the JROTC teacher here at Lawton Childs. Many of his kids look up to him as a leader and for what he did in the service, and that is why he is our local hero.